Did you know that Sylvester Joseph retired to his beloved village of Kalabishi in 1981 after the Dominica Freedom Party won the 1980 general elections? Did you know that upon retirement, he returned to his hobby as a farmer and established the Almond Beach Restaurant and Bar? Sylvester Joseph died on Friday, May 30th, 1997, the last day of local government month of activities for that year. Pioneer of local government month of activities, Sylvester V. Joseph. Our focus today on Did You Know? Did You Know made possible compliments the good folks of Quartz Dominica Limited. Up next, the DBS Major Morning News.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
Good morning. In the headlines, Parliament to convene this month as government seeks authorization for a loan from the World Bank. The People's National Movement in Trinidad and Tobago will choose a new opposition leader today. And Donald Trump tells business chiefs he needs a little bit more time as U.S. economy shrinks. The details in a moment.
And the results for the best evaporated milk is in. Distinction Evaporated Milk is 100% pure milk. Distinction Milk is a fantastic source of calcium, protein, and essential source of vitamins A and D and other nutrients. The great news is that Distinction Milk has no added ingredients and no preservatives. Always fresh, always pure, always rich. Now available in 2 sizes. 170 grams and 410 grams. Distinction Evaporated Milk is perfect for the family to enjoy no matter how you choose to serve it. Distinction Milk is always wholesome and always nutritious. For healthy bones and better immune system, choose Distinction Evaporated Milk. Distributed by Fine Foods and available island-wide.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
DBS News.
We thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Ivona John Baptist Luge with the morning newscast. Parliament is to convene this month as government seeks authorization for a loan from the World Bank. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says the loan will facilitate the resettlement of residents of Petit Soufriere, Saint-Sauveur and Campbell.
We'll go to Parliament in May of this month to contract a loan from the World Bank. We're taking a loan as budget support. There are 2 critical interventions which will be covered, among others, by this loan. One is the resettlement of the Petit Soufriere, Saint-Sauveur residents, and also to assist in the facilitation of the resettlement of the residents of Campbell. As you know, we've acquired land in Warner, from the Social Security, and those lands have been assigned for the relocation. And we've also acquired lands in Castle Bruce for the resettlement of the residents of Petit Soufrière and Saint Soufrière.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Meantime, a contract will be signed for construction of a new jetty for the port at Anse-des-Mées.
The residents of Benz, Anse-des-Mées, and the fishermen of the north from Penville, Vacars, and so forth, who utilize the Anse-des-Mées port have been waiting for this new jetty and facilities, and so the contract will be signed in the first week of May. But just to say that we have the small funds and we can start the project, and so contract will be signed. And for this, also a contract will be signed in the first week of May to reinstate the collapsed section on the Scottshead Sea Defense Wall. And so we're happy for that, and those two contracts will be signed. And just to say to you that we've also signed contracts for the construction or the commencement of the future housing project. So there'll be 2 model homes constructed at Warner, and one will be constructed at Cotton Hill in Portsmouth, in the Cottage constituency, so that prospective homeowners can have an appreciation for what these homes will look like and whether they'll be interested in owning a home in Dominica.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. In more news this morning, the 36th anniversary of local governments will be observed in Dominica beginning this morning. Local Governments Commissioner Glenroy Toussaint says the month is being observed under the theme Building Strong Partnerships for Sustained Community Resilience. A number of activities are planned for Local Governments Month.
The event will officially open on Thursday, May 1st, with a radio address by the Honorable Greta Roberts, Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development. Also on May 1st is a Thanksgiving Mass at the St. Alphonsus Catholic Church, and that begins at 10. The main celebrant will be Father Branca John. The Thanksgiving Mass, of course, will be carried live on DBS Radio. Other major activities for the month include radio program Talking Point, that's on May 6th, with a focus on enhancing local governance and development. Importantly, we'll be showcasing women in local government. We are mindful of the significant role that women have played in local governance and development in Dominica. On May 12th, a review committee will meet to deliberate on a draft local government bill. This bill is one step further towards the realization of a local government reform in Dominica. On May 15th, that's Thursday, May 15th, has been designated as Community Cleanup Day, where the councils and other interest groups will be engaged in removal of derelict vehicles, white goods, and of course the general sanitation of the communities. On May 17th, we will hike from Tetmon to Soufrière, and that will be followed by a major sports day on Sunday, May 18th at the Teaser Grounds in Maho.
He says an awards ceremony has also been planned for the month.
We believe in giving people their flowers while they are alive, and so on May 23rd, we will host an awards ceremony where retired village council clerks and long-serving councillors will be recognized for their invaluable contribution towards local government development and management. On Wednesday, May 28th, we will gather at the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard on Bayfront for a major health event dubbed Highway to Health. On that day, we will offer to the general public blood sugar, blood pressure, and weight checks, as well as other related health tests for detection and prevention of non-communicable diseases, NCDs. This is our way of collaborating to combat NCDs, which is a health risk in Dominica. On Friday, May 30th, we will make our usual donation to the Grotto Home and Grange Home in Portsmouth, and we will end with a hike on May 31st from Grand Fort to Freshwater Lake. We're encouraging the general public to participate in the activities planned for Local Government Month as we work to build strong and resilient communities in Dominica.
Local Governments Commissioner Glenroy Toussaint, the radio address from the Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development, Greta Roberts, will be aired following this morning's newscast. Minister of State in the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Senator Oscar George, has refuted charges by United Workers' Party leader Dr. Thompson Fontaine. Fontaine said this week that government has failed the youth at skills training. Senator George says government has been investing heavily in skills development.
It's really unfortunate that someone would make a comment to try and give the impression that the government no longer invests in skills training. Obviously, this is a blatant lie, and it's just meant to give a false impression of the reality in this country. We all see the huge number of investments being undertaken to benefit young people, whether it is in small business development, whether it is in education or sports and so forth. And there is evidence that our young people are benefiting, particularly from skills training initiatives. Just in 2021, for instance, 179 young people graduated under the Youth Skills Program. In 2023, 642 persons graduated, which was a combination of the Youth Skills Program and the Adult Education Program. Over 190 young people will graduate from the program in leadership skills very soon. And of course, the graduation for the newest cohort for youth skills will take place later this year. And I was advised that we expect just over or around 195 young people to graduate. And just last week, the Ministry of Education awarded 50 persons with NVQ certificates in a variety of skills.
And that was the Minister of State in the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Senator Oscar George. The DBS Radio Felix Henderson National Reading Competition returns to the St. Alphonsus Parish Hall later today for the final leg of Round 2. The event at 2:30 this afternoon will feature pupils from the Temple SDA Primary School, Wesley Primary, Warner Primary, Massac Primary School, Penville Primary, Thibault Primary, Solibia Primary, Soufriere Primary School, Mont Prosper Primary, and Pioneer Preparatory. The Ebenezer Seventh-day Adventist Primary School has claimed the top spot in the second semi-final round of the competition. The event, which was held at the St. Alphonsus Parish Hall, saw 9 schools taking part in competition 2 of round 2. Kiera David, representing Ebenezer SDA, was named top reader, scoring an impressive 416 points. She was followed closely by Malik Smith of Piritsuvan Primary, who secured second place with 410 points, and Kira John of Siniku Primary, who came in third with 406 points. The competition's coordinator is Kashina Joseph.
So starting with 9th position with 268 points from the Qualiho Primary School, Amelia Thomas. 8th with 269 points from the Monjon Primary School, Ranella Pascal. With 290 points, Jadon Telemark from the Newtown Primary School. Coming in 6th, Ordella Flora from the Campbell Primary School with 336 points. From the W.S. Stevens School, Kyra Bedminster with 381 points. 4th, from the St. John's Catholic Primary School, Kiana Boston with 388 points. Coming in 3rd today with 406 points from the Siniku Primary School, Kiara John. In 2nd position with 410 points from the Petit Savin Primary School, Malik Smith. And our top reader today in competition 2 in round 2 is Miss Kira David from the Ebenezer SDA with 416 points.
That was Kashina Joseph, the competition's coordinator. More news. Minister for Education Octavia Alfred has told 11 graduating students of the Dominica Community High School that they should pursue skills development. The school leaving ceremony for the Dominica Community High School took place on Wednesday.
You need skills for the digital economy, the blue and green economy, tourism, the Cabarets Marina, the geothermal project, the new international airport, the National Center of Excellence in Tibet, and the Center of Excellence in Special Education. You need the skills. And we are happy about the forward movement we have made in Tibet. We are happy that we can now offer national vocational certification, which is recognized throughout CARICOM. The intention is to finalize the Tibet policy that will allow collaboration with all sectors of government and private sector on skills required to align the workforce to build a resilient Dominica because we have a rapid growing economy.
Minister for Education Octavia Alfred, President of the Dominica Association of Barbados and Dominica Community High School, past student, Mona St. Louis, the guest speaker, told the graduating class that good intention alone is insufficient to guarantee success.
To truly make an impact, you need to aim for something greater. Excellence. Excellence is not about being perfect, but about giving your very best in everything you do. Are good intentions enough to succeed in life? Of course, the answer is a big resounding no. Good intentions hold immense value, and it is through these deep values of those good intentions that they easily become actions. Your thoughts can't change the world unless manifested into actions. However, good intention is not enough. Action is the starting point of any transformation. Thoughts can't change the world unless manifested into actions. If I keep kind intentions, they should be visible in every aspect of my life, even if nobody is monitoring me.
President of the Dominica Association of Barbados, Mona St. Louis, 17-year-old Andre Shillingford of Faucolet was named the Dominica Community High School Student of the Year.
At the beginning, it wasn't really easy. At the beginning, my grades weren't the greatest, but after I repeated my third year, I decided to just get my act together and decided to keep a promise to my mother of actually doing better and focusing on my schoolwork, and I kept that promise. It was a challenge at first, but then after a while I got used to it. And then after third form, the ball just kept rolling, and it was the same thing for fourth and fifth form. My message, that would be, failure isn't just a way to just say to just stop. It's a way to tell you to just keep going and trying again to get what you truly want and what you desire, so you can succeed. Whenever there's an assignment, that needs to be done, I need to do it, and sometimes you need to put what you prefer aside so that way you can complete what you need to do. Let's hope that the next generation will also do good and maybe even better as me, because we need more people like that in Dominica.
And that was 17-year-old Andre Shillingford of Faucolet, who was named the Dominica Community High School Student of the Year. The People's National Movement, PNM, that's in Trinidad, will choose a new opposition leader today. Unlike what took place in January, its political leader will not have the final say on who will lead the party going forward. Instead, the General Council, made up of well over 100 members, will have a one-man, one-vote process to decide on the opposition leader. It comes after the PNM was toppled by Kamala Persad-Bissessa's United National Congress in Monday's general election. However, some members of PNM's General Council believe before an opposition leader is chosen, Dr. Keith Rowley must go as political leader. And President Donald Trump has asked for more time on the U.S. economy as it contracted for the first time in 3 years, stoking recession fears. He said the figure was misleading because companies had stockpiled imports ahead of his imposition of tariffs. Trump, however, said $8 trillion of inward investment had been promised, which he argued would restore American manufacturing prowess. That's news. Sports is next. Stay tuned.
Soft Weave bathroom tissue, napkins, and paper towels are the perfect choice for your home. Manufactured with virgin fibers, it's the quality that you and your family deserve. New Soft Weave Total Hygiene bathroom tissue is produced at high temperatures to remove microorganisms. It's pH controlled to protect your skin and produced with UV light disinfection to eliminate bacteria and viruses, providing maximum protection. Soft Weave, distributed by Fine Foods Inc. and sold island-wide. Soft Weave. Quality, affordability, manufactured with you in mind.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Just Mobank me. Here's my ID.
Just Mobank me. It's that easy.
The faster, easier way to bank.
NBD makes it easy to bank online, anywhere, at any time with Mobanking. The faster, easier way to bank.
The faster, easier way.
So transfer funds on Mobanking.
The faster, easier way.
To pay your bills with Mobanking.
The faster, easier way.
So order checks on Mobanking.
The faster, easier
Pay employees
way.
on Mobanking.
The faster, easier way to bank.
Plus, you can now top up your phone on Mobanking. No need for cash or card. Simply log into Mobanking to top up your phone. Visit nbdominica.com or follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more details.
The faster, easier way to bank.
NBD.
Your partner, your bank.
Welcome to the Morning Sports Report. 6 newcomers have been named in the senior men's national football team as Dominica gets set to face Barbados in 2 international friendlies in Dominica next week. Defenders Dale Dangleben, Jalen Johnville, Philson Lockhart, midfielders Leon Edwards and Nathan Edwards, and forwards Antoine Larocque are the players making the senior squad for the first time. Dominica will play Barbados next Thursday at the DFA Technical Center and will then play Barbados again next Sunday at Windsor Park. Head coach of the team, Ellington Sabin, says he's hoping the newcomers make the most of the opportunity.
I mean, I want the players to go out there and enjoy themselves in the game, enjoy themselves in the 2 friendlies. Don't put too much pressure on themselves and play the game, go out there and showcase the talent that they have and make a name for themselves in front of their fans and their family members and the country. I mean, whether it's a full-strength team or not, we should be able to compete against any team because we possess quality both individually and collectively. So it's just about going and showcase the talent. The Dominican public have, as of late, has come to expect a lot of good results from the senior men's national team. I'm going to continue along that vein and along that line.
Okay, you've had the luxury of having the Premier League up and running as well to complement the training. I think about 5 matches have been played respectively by the team. So based on what you've seen from the players in the setup on their respective clubs, how impressed are you?
Well, I'm very impressed. I mean, the league started off slowly the first week, but as the league progresses, you can see the players coming into their own and they developing that level of fitness and that level of quality you want to see at the national team level, as well as they're getting a much needed game time. And the two friendlies are international games, but in the absence of the Premier League matches, you will have to find games for them to play. But the fact that they're playing week in, week out augurs well for the national team and shows that they have match fitness, especially the forwards. A lot of the players here are among the top goal scorers in the country, so that speaks a lot. That speaks volume going into the international friendlies.
This might be, the first time in a long while that we're playing without the likes of Chad Bertrand, Erskine Williams, some of the senior guys who've since retired and moved on. So in terms of the void that creates, Chad was very crucial in the midfield, and of course Erskine, the backbone of the defense. How have you adjusted to that?
Well, those are some big shoes to fill. I mean, these are quality players. I mean, and I still believe that the youthful players can fill the shoes eventually. It will not happen overnight, but with work and dedication, these gaps can be filled. That is the opportunity that presents itself for them. These spaces left void on the national team, and just somebody to step up and fill those places.
And that was national men's football head coach Ellington Sabin. The full team reads: goalkeepers Jerome Burkhardt and Dante Newton, defenders Eustace Marshall, Marcus Bredas, Dale Dangleben, Jalen John Vale, Giovanni Xavier, Filson Lockhart, and Nick Anthony. Midfielders Brielle Thomas, the Mario Challenger, Kian Thomas, Corbin Paul, Leon Edwards, Nathan and Newton, and the forwards, that is Travis Joseph, Savio Anselm, Odell Laville, Rion Cuffey, Antoine Larocque, Marcellus Bonney, Dante Warrington, and Javid George. Defending DABA Elias Dupuy Knockouts champions, the Dr. Daru Pichle Sports Club Falcons are through to the finals of that competition with a crushing win over the Police as quarter-final action got underway last night at the Masak Indoor facility. Mishak Deboulé had 21 points and Karim Daniel 19 as the Falcons coasted to the 76-44 win. Josh Telemack scored 12 for the Police. Falcons captain Yannick Regis says it was a big win as the club looks to defend the title.
Tonight was a tough game. I mean, we had some rust. The team hasn't been gelling so much, but all in all, I think we came together and we pulled out the win, and that's what is most important.
You're missing a number of key players, so how satisfying was it, that you were able to win by such a comfortable margin?
I mean, a lot of our young players came out tonight, and they up for the missing of the top talent, like Kiwani Awani. But people like Mishak Deboulé, our new recruit Karim Daniel, they came on tonight and they made a big contribution, as well as the veteran presence of the Peter Ricketts.
As defending champions, what sort of statement do you think this game was for the rest of the competition?
Well, the most important thing is to finish this game winning convincingly, and as well finish this game with no injuries. We've done that, so we can go back to the drawing board, work on our mistakes, and hopefully come ready for the next game next week.
Dr. Daru Pichle Sports Club captain Yannick Regis in the other quarterfinal match last night. The Paybush Eagles were too much for the West Coast Ballers. Eagles won 68-49. Shama Felicite had the hot hand with 20 points. D'Artagnan Latai had 14. Hassan Robinson scored 16 for the West Coast Ballers. Playoff action continues tonight with a big matchup between the BAA Sharks and the 767 Sports Club Dominators. That game gets underway at 8 p.m. Cricket news: head coach of the Winner Islands women's cricket team, Walter Emmanuel, feels the ladies' chances are as good as any as they head into the Regional Blaze Women's T20 tournament. The competition gets underway today in St. Vincent. The Windwards will play Jamaica in their first match at 7 p.m.
The Windwards' chances is as good as any other 5 teams. Because we had a camp. You see, the camp was very necessary just to build team spirit, togetherness, and I think we achieved that. Okay, so we are well prepared because our first game is tomorrow night. And you see, barring a few little injuries, we are in good stead. So we are ready for the game tomorrow. We just have to play as a team here together. Well, those with the experience, the West Indies players, it will be an added bonus to us. We can mix with the new ones and the younger ones and the less experienced. And then with the experience, we can put that together. And as a team, yeah, we will pull through.
Head coach of the Wheeler Islands women's cricket team, Walter Emmanuel. That game is on tonight at 7. Meantime, Emmanuel had praises for former Windwards player Pearl Etienne. Etienne retired earlier this year. Emmanuel says she was a devoted servant to the game.
It's always an added benefit. It was bigger as she's very experienced in the game and she has played it for a number of years, and it will be a challenge for us. But as I said, we just have to put our efforts together. Put our efforts, the experienced ones and the new ones, gel, and then we'll get the work done.
Head coach of the Wheeler Islands women's cricket team, Walter Emmanuel. Nathan Edwards had a 5-wicket haul as the Leeward Islands Thunder rocked the Barbados Pelicans as the CWI Emerging Players T20 tournament continued in Trinidad last night. Pelicans could only get 127 batting first. Lenico Boucher got 48, Joshua Bishop 24, Nathan Edward 5 for 27. The Leewards replied with 129 for 2 in 16.3 overs. Kofi James with 35, Joel Andrew 36 not out, and Mikhail Louis 25 not out. Leeward Islands Thunder won by 8 wickets. Meantime, Trinidad made it 3 straight wins as they dispatched the Jamaican Titans. Jamaica batting first were restricted to just 127 for 8 in their 20 overs. Zion Brathwaite got 37, Leroy Lowe got 30. Joanne Lane picked up 2 for 27, Navin Bidasi 2 for 19, and McKenny Clark 2 for 14. Trinidad got 130 for 4 in 18.3 overs to win by 6 wickets. Camille Puran hit 45. Joshua De Silva made 31. The win moves Trinidad to the top of the points table.
To get another victory. First, we still have some stuff to work on. Obviously, we're not peaking too early, which is good, but we're still winning games and getting points on the board, which is important.
You mentioned at the toss that you wanted to chase. Tell us a little bit about the importance of a chase and understanding the nuances of having that scoreboard pressure.
Yeah, well, we wanted to bowl first, obviously, to chase, and hoping we can get them under that pass score, which is 160. Seems to be a good total at this ground. But we just wanted to test ourselves, test our bowling first, and it's a bit easier when there's no dew involved. So, hopefully it's just a thing of things to come, and we can move on and into the next game.
A victory, no doubt, you'll be satisfied with your overall performance, but what do you want to see even better as you go forward?
Yeah, I thought our ground fielding in this game wasn't too great. I think we could work on that, and also the power play is still not happy at all with how we get through the power play, losing too many wickets, and we haven't gotten that point in the power play as yet, but I think those are a couple of things we can work on.
You've had a good season this year, first-class cricket in our domestic T20 competition with that century, a good start here as well. What are you expecting?
I'm just happy to play cricket. At the end of the day, I'm happy to give my all for Trinidad and Tobago, be it a franchise league. It's still my home. It's still an honor to represent and captain. Just playing cricket as much as I can whenever the opportunity comes knocking, just trying to do my best.
Trinidad captain Joshua De Silva and Jamaica captain Ramal Lewis says his batsmen struggled.
Yeah, the batting let us down again, and hard fought to the bowlers. I think the bowlers fought well to defend that total.
Is there anything that you perhaps could have done a little bit differently through the middle overs to make that score a little bit more challenging for the batting team?
Yeah, I think we lost our wicket. We were very soft. We had to regroup and try to build partnership, and we didn't did that until later down in the back end.
Yeah, and with the ball, you guys, as you mentioned, tried. The bowlers gave it a very good effort, but maybe a little bit more attacking through the middle to force them to try something.
Yeah, probably could have been a little bit more attacking in the middle, but we want to try to take it as deep as possible as well, But we didn't pick up wickets at crucial times, and that was hampered us.
Yeah, as you reflect on this game then, and you go back to the dressing room, what would the discussions be like as you try to pick yourselves up?
Well, we still got a few games to go, and this tournament with the point system, you can end up anywhere. So just stay positive and see what we can put together for the other games.
And that was Jamaica captain Ramal Lewis. Today's a rest day in the tournament. As we end, a quick reminder, the DBS Radio Felix Henderson National Reading Competition returns to the St. Alphonsus Parish Hall later today for the final leg of round 2. That's at 2:30. On behalf of the News and Sports Departments and our links personnel, Hazari Williams, I am Ivona John Baptist Luge. Good morning.